When I announced 9 months ago, I said, you know, our whole country has just had a big medical experiment for 3 years performed on them. And I'm going to do a mass experiment now myself. And it's an experiment just in telling the truth to people. The truth as I see it, which, you know, I could be wrong about, but if I'm wrong, I'm going to change that. And if there's an appetite in this country for hearing the truth actually from politicians, then, you know, then I'll win. I'll be president next November. I think people are so tired of being lied to. And, you know, when I was a kid, when my uncle was president, it was 80% of Americans believed the government would never lie to them. In fact, the first time that Americans realized our government lies to us is when Gary Francis Powers was shot down in the U-2. And in 1973, the Pentagon Papers came out, and Americans were like, oh my God, the government actually lies to us. Today, 90% of Americans believe the government lies virtually every day. And if you don't believe that, then you're not paying attention. And one of the problems is, Chris, as you know, the journalists, the press, is no longer doing its job of questioning the president, of maintaining that posture of eternal and fierce skepticism. They've become instead amplifiers for all the lies that the government tells us. And you look at this polarization, and it's driven so much because people no longer have faith in any of the institutions of our country, the press, the regulatory agencies, the Congress, the president. They think everybody lies to them. And, you know, I think if we're going to bring people together and end this toxic polarization, we've got to restore people's faith in our government. And if I'm in there, I'm going to tell the truth to people. And that's what I'm trying to do now. And it's not always easy because you have to admit when you made a mistake. And I made a mistake this weekend.